Good evening, niggas. Welcome to
Smoking friends.
I'm your host, Moke. and I'm on some shit tonight, I'm feeling good. Don't have a guest. This probably won't be a long show because as y'all know, I don't really do the by myself thing. But if you're not, I'm gonna just be vomited at the mouth. So if you're not into that, this is probably not for you. But those of you who are sticking around, who are staying, who are watching later, good afternoon. I am Moke. And I felt like today I should just do this. I always tell myself, like, yo, you love this shit, you gotta try to just maneuver and do shit, blah, 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 yada yada. Just try shit out. So here I am. Here I am. Um one thing I do want to say, shout out to my good friends. I will say best friends from high school. We have known each other for 17 years. My nigga Doob, Money and Thief, but Doob, Obed, Thiago, and Ihani. Shout out. We this was our first time. Like I've hung out with me and Ihani lived together in Dallas, and Doob lives in Dallas, so I saw Doob all the time. Thief, like that's my nigga, you know what I'm saying? So I've seen all these people, but we haven't been together all at once. I like my nigga hit me, and I'm an old nigga, but I said, you know what? I'm gonna come out, I'm gonna chill, I'm gonna do whatever, nigga. This brings me to, I'm gonna just be jumping from topics, whatever, maybe, but this brings me to this blackout. This was my first time blacking out in a very, very, very long while. Do I regret blackouts? No. I love blackouts. And pardon me if I sweat during this. I did recently just get the shower. It's kind of humid in here. It is what it is. And I'm not even wearing a nice shirt tonight. I just threw on the gray. You know what I'm saying? And the penmanship. But oh, man, I was tripping. Oh boy, I was tripping. Okay, where was I? Oh yeah, so we all hung out. Um, my nigga Money came and got. Funny thing is, before this happened, Money hit the group chat and was like, "Yo, I'm gonna be the designated driver for the night." I was like, "Dope, that's dope." You know what I'm saying? We always need one of those, and I never can be that. But Money picks me up. We go to the domain. That's where Doob and Thief are. I think they're shopping at the Nike store or something. Money informs me, says Mo, I got a bottle of, you guessed it, my favorite rum, Cruisin' rum from St. Croix. Shout out Cruisin' rum, and the dark kind that I love. You got the handle, nigga, the motherfucking handle. I was like, cool. So we get to the domain. I take a little sip. Everything's cool. You know what I'm saying? We meet up. We outside talking. I haven't been to the domain in maybe like fucking 5 or 6 years. So the domain I saw, like, I remember they had it when they had just made H&M and all that shit. This domain was like, it was almost like a shopping center, like a Rainy Street shopping center. If you live in Austin, you know what I'm talking about. I was like, it is popping. It was maybe 7, 8 o'clock in the evening. You know what I'm saying? Out walking, it's festive. Cool. Dude gets what he needs to get. Thiago's a hype beast, so we go to this little hype beast shoe store, and blah blah. They ain't got shit, so we leave. Dude staying at the Omni Hotel. We go. We oh man, I'm remembering parts of the story. I need to hold on. Let me write some notes down, like just so I can remember shit. My bad. This river should tell. Yeah. Okay. So we get to the hotel, you know what I'm saying? We chilling, got the music playing. There's like a bachelor party going on, a bachelorette party going on. There's beautiful people everywhere. I'm like, yo, I usually don't go out that much. So let me just go ahead. Let me go ahead and do this. And only time I really drink is when I'm podcasting and sipping water today. But when I'm podcasting, is the only time I really drink. And me and my girl will go out to eat every Sunday, like morning and lunch, and I'll drink then. You know what I'm saying? But it's maybe like 2 to 3 drinks. You know what I'm saying? So we're there. I'm just kind of taking, and that was my first. I've always heard of Casamigos, but that was my first time seeing Casamigos. The dude had the Casamigos, and I'm one of those people that if we're gonna drink, you know what I'm saying, I'll drink a mixed drink, but it won't be that big. But I'm more of a shooter, so I can just take down shots. So I probably take 3, 4 shots of cruising rum. And then, we do the whole, oh man, 17 years picture, blam, blam. You know what I'm saying? We take, I think, 2 to 3 shots of tequila. I don't know. It felt like that. So we leave. I'm feeling great. Now, I'm gonna give a little sidebars about myself and shit. I don't know for sure, but I think I have a fucking ulcer. Because every time I drink, the initial drink kills my stomach. Like I'll drink, and then maybe like 5 minutes later, it's just a small pain, medium pain, agonize to the point that like if you're walking, that shit will make you just be like, yo, let me just chill for a second. It's almost like when you get brain freeze. You know what I'm saying? But it's like just a fucking very hurtful pain, and I'm just like, if I knew what an ulcer feels like, this is what think it may feel like, because I don't eat a lot of spicy foods. You know what I'm saying? So I feel I don't do a lot to disrupt it. I don't know much about ulcers, but when I had that initial drink, every time. But I'd be happy to get it out of the way because after that, it's fucking go time. So, walking the street, my stomach's turning a little bit. We go to a couple clubs, and it was cool. I'm not even gonna hold you, real shit. Like, this is why it's called a blackout, because I remember maybe like 2 clubs, and then I don't remember much. You know what I'm saying? And I remember like, I don't know, it was almost like the hangover. I just remember periodically just doing shit. I don't know if I was doing foul shit. When I say I mean foul in a good way, maybe funny shit. You know what I mean? But I remember my friend Chris came. You know what I'm saying? And we was all chilling. And what the fuck happened? I don't know. But let me fast forward. So me and Money, we rode together. So we're leaving the parking garage. So, yo, this is what pissed me off about him. We were leaving the parking garage, and Money he type he wants his receipts, everything. So as we were leaving, this nigga's like waiting on it, like the arm goes up. This nigga's waiting on his receipt. I'm drunk, but I'm thinking like, nigga, go. So about time his receipt comes, arm goes down. Okay. So at this point, it's probably like maybe 2:45. And so this was a public parking garage. And the nigga, he called the number, and the lady got on, and they were doing a lot of shit. A lot of fucking shit. And she was trying to lift it on her end. I don't know where the fuck she was at, but it was weird because there's the entrance and the exit, and whenever she tried to do it for the exit, the entrance would go up, so it never went up. And so she just like, I don't know, like, you might just have to go under it. I was saying that the whole time. When he was leaving to pay, I was like, yo, we should probably just lift it up and go under it. But he was like, no. So at this point, we tried to lift that hoe up. We tried to lift that bitch up. Nigga, that motherfucker was so heavy. So fast forward, because I mean, my mind's just kind of working a lot. So dude ends up coming, and it was like 2:45 when we got there. Right now it's like 3:30. Me and dude like, and this car goes under, but it's like on the top, like I'm like, oh fuck. So that happens. I get in the car, but by this point I'm shit faced. You know what I'm saying? I did the whole I love yous, all that shit. I'm shit faced at this point. So I live in Buda. You know what I'm saying? So if you know where Six Streets at, the Butte is probably like 15 minutes. I told Money once we got in Buda, I said, stop at Whataburger. He said, all right, nigga. We were probably like 3 minutes away from Whataburger. From the time I told him to stop at Whataburger, I fell asleep. Fell asleep hard, motherfucking core, boy. Good sleep. Good fucking sleep. I knew what I wanted. No. Okay. I fell asleep. He woke me up when we got there. And I remember I was the only one that ordered, and I was like, I want the pico de gallo meal, the burger meal. Cool. But there was a long line. There's a long no. Okay. I did not order. Sorry. I fell asleep, and when we got there, it was a long line. I might have said, nah, it's all good, but he was just like, nah, nigga, fuck it. You hungry? We gonna get something to eat. So I knew what I wanted, but the line was pretty long. So I just said, fuck it. Excuse me, I'm gonna go back to sleep. Sleep was good, you know what I'm saying? Money's like, all right, I'll let you know when we get to the window, whatever. Sleeping. I fucking wake up. When I wake up, Money's not even in the car anymore. Say it again. When I wake up, I'm at the drive-through still. Money's not in the car anymore. Right? So I'm just like, fuck. And I'm drunk, vision blurry. Look over to the driver's door. Money is out there doing a sobriety test. And there's two fucking cops right there. Now, back in my college days, I got stopped. My friend got stopped when after a night at the club, and I played sleep the whole time. Cops didn't fuck with me, and he was just like, "Oh yeah, he's just drunk," and he was actually sober. So this time, I look up and I'm like, "Oh fuck." I don't know how this works in this case. So he's out there doing the fucking test, and I'm just like on my phone, like, yo, try to hit niggas up because I don't know what the fuck is going on. He's blah, walking all the other, and in my mind I'm thinking, this nigga was he? I know he was designated to drive, but did he drink tonight? So I'm just thinking that. I'm like, fuck. So I might have fell back asleep. I don't know. But I when they were done with him, the cops didn't even fuck with me. They didn't even say nothing to me. And I was, you know what I'm saying? So when it was said and done, he comes back to the car. And thankfully he passed. You know what I'm saying? And I wow. It was great. Sorry, I just gotta what is sorry. But anyway, I'm sorry. Anyway, the nigga passed. And we got back in the car, and then I'm hearing talking to the cops, and they're like being fucking friendly. Ihani is an African mix. He's half African, half Filipino, and but he looks more so like a black Filipino, like he's mixed with white. I don't know. Wouldn't it be crazy? Nah, but so they're talking to him, and he's just like, yeah, man, been out with friends, and Ihani is a salesman. You know what I'm saying? He's a fucking salesman. So he's like, yo, I just been doing this, blah, blah, blah. Cops are like, yo, man, if you're tired, you gotta pull over. And he's like, oh man, I just wanted to get my guy home, blah, blah, blah. But, hold on. Sorry. But he passed and he gets back in the car, and I'm just like, yo, were you scared? And he was like, no. And then I didn't ask him if he was drunk or not. I just assumed because at that point, it just it resonated in my mind like, oh. The nigga, he's sober. Go to the shit, get the food, we're gone. And I wonder who called the cops on us. Probably who was there behind us because we were fell asleep in the fucking line. I get home, it's like maybe like 5 o'clock in the morning. I get my burger, take one bite, done. Wake up in the morning, eat my burger, yada yada yada. Now, I say that to say this. I just told y'all a story about hanging out with my friends for 17 years. And that was like a 5 minute story. And that is all I remember. All I remember. You know what I'm saying? So that's fine. Uh let's see what's going on. Man, my brother just texted me and said, them Taliban niggas are off the chain. Yo, what is going on with that? I need to I don't know how if this is gonna stay on here or what's gonna do, but I'm just gonna pull up a news thing right now. So if my screen is frozen, I am sorry. You know what I'm saying? But was it frozen? Oh man, that might suck. Oh, let me pull up the internet. The, the screen share shit. Screen share shit. Right here, right here, and right here. Let's see. Okay. Let's see what the screen's looking like. Okay, I'm gonna go over here. I guess that's reason. I had some other shit to talk about, but I do want to see the Taliban raise like what. So Biden just yo that is man. Them niggas was waiting for this. Them niggas was waiting for this, man. Jesus Christ. The Taliban retook the capital of Kabul. Sorry, I'm getting a text on Sunday. Uh, let's see. Sunday, nearly 2 decades that they're driven from the city of U.S. troops. So, damn. And so, I guess this is the picture of the people because I know that they were saying that there was a lot of people that were trying to leave because that was like the last plane or whatever. That's fucking crazy, man. You know, to keep it a buck, I want to say that this to me this is scary, but it's scary in a different sense. You know what I'm saying? To me, it's scary in the sense of like, yo, this is happening. You know what I mean? Because it's not happening here. To keep it real, it's not happening here. So I'm just like, damn, it's happening over there. So I feel bad and I feel scared for those people because I try to. I mean, I know you never know until you're in that position, but I try to like empathize and put myself in those. You know what I mean? Because to me, those are some of the strongest people that have to go through just some fucking bullshit like that. Now, I do you even think that the fucking like does Biden send the people back, the troops back, or is it just like, yo, we're gonna fall back? Man, let me see some more pictures. So this is everybody trying to lead that motherfucker. Damn, man. So you don't even think about that. You don't think about the kids. Fuck. Yo. Yo, what's up with the world, dog? I can't even fucking man. I don't even look at this shit no more, dog. That wow. I mean, all I can say is God bless him, man. You know what I'm saying? It's fucking bullshit, and I hope that they. I'm not even gonna speak about this because I'm not that type of person, and I don't want to give a fucked up opinion. But I'm not gonna give a fucked up opinion. But you know how niggas just take shit and blah blah blah. So I don't even want to do that. So my next topic that I've been thinking about: are we in a simulation? Nope, wrong one. Are we in a fucking simulation? Now, me myself, I feel like to me, I always have mixed opinions because I do shrooms, I do LSD. You know what I'm saying? So I've been places, I've seen places, I've thought about some crazy shit. Thought about some crazy shit on my audio pod. Shout out to me because I have an audio pod and this, but I mean now the audio pod, like the last couple episodes have just been audio of this, but I have like over 200 episodes of with guests and other shit. But there was an episode I did, I think it was called That Feeling, and it was recorded last year during COVID. During COVID was a very trying time for me. I say that because I just had, that was the most time in the world that I had the freest time. For a fucking year, I was man, living like a rock star, doing whatever, you know what I'm saying? But there were times when I would fucking, I remember there was one time I think we bought like 25 tabs of acid, But then there was a time I bought, how much was it? Like an ounce of shrooms maybe. And at this point in time, I usually, you take like a hold on. You take like a what is it? What's the word? Oh, like a what's the fucking an eighth of shrooms, right? The eighth of shrooms. But this time I told myself I am going to take 8 grams. Now, with COVID being trying times, COVID was also a dark time. So I was okay with this because I was okay. I was okay if I was gonna go crazy and die or whatever. I was okay with that. I'm not trying to make this that. But I ate my 8 grams of shrooms. I remember the Beyonce Lion King movie came out, the dance and shit. I had that playing. I think I had fucking music on the big speaker because I had that movie on mute but playing, and I had music on the big speaker, having the fucking time of my life. And it got very, 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 very intense. But a good intense. And I usually just have good trips because I my mind is different. And I remember when my daughter passed away, I think like after her funeral, I think it was maybe like 2 weeks after her funeral, and me and my cousin went to the lake with one of my homegirls, and he had some shrooms, and everybody was like, "Yo, don't take the shrooms because you're mine." And I took it, and man, found peace. So this particular time, I'm in a dark time in COVID. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm doing ecstasy all the fucking time. I'm doing coke. You know what I mean? Making the best beats of my life. Learning how to do a lot of shit, but I'm doing a lot of drugs, And so I start watching shit about the universe and stuff, and I start talking with myself, and I'm just like, bro, what do you want? Like I literally look in the mirror, and when I'm looking in the mirror, like I'm already tripping, and so I guess my spirit animal, I don't know, but whenever I looked in my face, I just saw like a panther. You know what I'm saying? Like it was weird. I saw like a panther, or maybe it was like Lord Beers, probably that. But and I remember I look at myself in the mirror, and I would walk into the living room, and that's when it was all kind of festive music going. But when I walked into my room, I felt like it was a different realm of like space or something. And in between the room is the outside restroom. So there's a window, I mean, a mirror right there. So I stop, I look in the mirror, and I'm just like, DJ, like, what do you want? Meaning, like, do you want to live or do you want to die? because now you're in this, you could you're being the most honest with yourself right now. Cried, nigga. Fucking cried. I was like, nigga, what do you want? Nigga, it was like I could have won an Oscar that night, nigga. But I remember I went in my room. My room was dark. Like when I do psychedelics, I like being in like dark, eerie places, you know. So my room was dark. The other part of the house, you know, lights on. And I remember I have like my bed was high. You know what I'm saying? So I jump on my bed and I lay in the pillows and I feel the most comfortablest, the most freest I've ever felt in my fucking life. Now, in my mind says, all right, this is how it would feel if you're dead. Like it just it would feel free, relieved, all this shit. It was like, yo, this is how it felt. And I mean, it didn't scare me. Like I was at peace. Like I felt like, man, you know what I mean? I'll tell you my other theories what I think about, you know. But I got up and I walked up out the got about the room. I got up out because like my bed was so comfortable. So I was just like in that shit, you know. Excuse me. And I got up and I walked back into where all the fucking ruckus was. And at this time, because I'm thinking I saw that peaceful shit. So now I'm seeing the fucking ruckus. You know what I'm saying? Like the Beyonce shit. Not saying her shit was ruckus, but I'm just got my playlist going on everything. And then I come back and I sit in the living room and I say, yo, but if you choose to live, there's a lot of ruckus going on out there. It ain't peaceful all the fucking time. This shit's gonna stress you out, give you anxiety. Got up, went lay back down. But if you choose this is where it's at. This is like I always say life is like the waiting room. You know what I mean? And death is when you really live, you know? And so I was like, you can have this and you can be a deity, you can be God here, you can do whatever. Got back up. Went back in the living room, I sat down. Probably Future was playing. And I was like, yo, you could be a king out here. There's a lot of bullshit going on. There's a lot of fucking bullshit going on in this man-made world. Got up, cried, cried, because I was like, yo, this is real. If I'm losing you, I'm sorry. But I was like, yo, this is real. So one more round. Let me go lay back down. This time it feels great. It feels fucking great. But and all along I'm talking to a higher me. You know what I'm saying? Like a godlier version of me. You know, and he's, you know, showing me this shit. And so this time I'm laying down, but I can't even really explain it, but he shows himself in some type of form. You know what I mean? It was like there's just a lot of shit that I don't know, like you can't fathom like just in a regular mind. But there it was easy. And so this is what he told me. He said, yo, you can choose to come here, be peaceful and everything. He said, but if you choose to live, it's gonna be stressful. It's gonna be a lot of bullshit. But no matter what, I got you. And I'll make sure shit works out in your favor. And I was like, what? So I got up, went sat back down in the ruckus. And I said, all right, I'm gonna choose to live. And that I mean, that was probably one of my best shroom experiences. But the higher me also told me, because you know I'm doing a lot of drugs, but see when I do psychedelics, I kind of do it for a spiritual whatever, because I like to do it by myself and just, you know, whatever. But he told me, he said, yo, you don't have to keep doing these to come figure out anything. You know, because, you know, after my daughter died, I'm starting to do all these, you know, psychedelics and shit, trying to just find some type of answer. I don't know. But and that's weird in itself, but you know what I mean. But he was like, yo, you don't have to do this to find me, whatever, whatever. Nigga said, "You're so wrapped up because I love science, I love the universe, I love space, I love all this shit, and I get so wrapped up in trying to search for the unknown and all this shit that he told me, he said, "Yo, just live life, enjoy life." Meaning, you ain't gotta go this deep again, nigga. So I chill for a little bit. All right, this story's crazy now. So fast forward a couple months. Um, I'm in Dallas and I'm working with my homeboy, and like I have a car and I wreck it, and so I'm like, yo, I need to like buy another car. So I take a couple of days off and I buy a car, and my boy Will comes over. He's like, yo, I have some acid. I'm like, okay. And he says, you want to do something. So this is Sunday, you know what I'm saying? So it's the weekend, I'm chilling. So I'm like, all right, it's probably noon. I'm like, all right, let's do it early because I gotta wake up at 4 o'clock to go to work. He's like, cool. So take it. I'm chilling, you know what I'm saying? Oh, and we had just went out the night before. So I'm rolling, you know what I'm saying? And I think I might have popped another one right before the acid. And so I'm rolling good, whatever, whatever. And I think we take another tab. And I remember I'm sitting down and I'm eating. And I tell him, I say, yo, it's crazy. He's like, what? I said, it's crazy that I'm glad I have a strong mind because I'm eating nachos. I'm glad I have a strong mind because I would freak out with all these spiders crawling on my hand. So we die laughing. It's good. It's funny. Like I'm chilling, you know what I mean? But this acid trip, like I said, I took an ecstasy and I took some the day before, so I haven't eaten shit. It gave me the magnesium pill. So now I am tripping on acid like I've never tripped before. It was good. It was bad. It was scary. It was ugly. It was funny. It was sad. Now, I'm gonna be quick with this one. This trip, and if y'all want to hear about my trips in depth, maybe I'll do like a whole segment on that, on different trips I had. But this trip, I this was the first time I ever did a drug, and the drug controlled me. I had no on what was going on. I was going to different dimensions. Look, this shit was so crazy and so infinite that I was a piece of lint that was living a life on Shannon Sharp's shoulder. A piece of lint, and he was in the snow, and he was with a marching band. But I also had some trips where I was stuck in a realm by myself. Like I would just be like, "Hello, hello," you know what I'm saying? And then Will would pop up, and we would laugh, and I'd be like, "Oh shit!" And then I'm just like, and like nigga, I was to the point like, "Yo, man, I'm tripping," you know what I'm saying? Like man, I was just getting mad. I was getting happy, sad, and then I spilled bong water all on me, and I associated that bong water. It was on me, smelling like the '90s. I was like, yo, this is what the '90s smelled like. But I lived every single life. I lived every life you could live, and it was just like, you know what I'm saying? And but then there was this one time, and this is how this goes together with my shroom story, because there were some good parts of the trip, right? But there was one time in the trip where, say, like I'm like an AI or whatever, right? Like me, like there's a higher me and then there's like AI me. And so I'm sitting on the ground like this, right? Me. The back of my head's open. but it's not like, oh, you see guts and all that. It's like the back of my head's open and there's this being standing over me and there's all this shit just flowing in the back of my head, right? And that nigga told me it was to hire me from my shroom. And he was like, I told you not to be just looking for shit. So he said, since you want to find shit, I'm going to give you some shit to find. Or no, since you want to look for shit, I'm going to give you just answers, whatever, whatever. So I was like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I was sitting and he was just letting everything go in my head. Man, I'll get into detail because it was a crazy trip. It was dope. It was scary. It was good. It was happy. But I'll get into that another time. But when I come out the trip, like I'm talking about, I come out, I'm bruised, like my house is a mess because I was just throwing shit and not even throwing it like maliciously, but just like, oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? But I wake up, I look up, well, I snap out of it. I look up. It's 4:30 in the morning. I got to be work at 4. So I'm just like, yo, what the fuck? So Will he's going to Cali and he's like, yo, I need a ride to the airport. We missed that. I think he had to like schedule another plane. But he leaves and I'm at home and then I start thinking like I wanted to kill myself. And not because of whatever, but just because it's even hard to even just think about and fathom it, but because I experienced every single thing in life, I was like, yo, there's no point of nothing. There's no point in, and I imagine that's what that feels like if you literally did every single thing in life. And I'm not talking about like the materialistic shit, but like just milestone shit in life and not milestone shit. And you know, so I'm just sitting there depressed because I like man, I'm just like, yo, I don't know what the fuck to do. I did all this shit. And then I remember certain parts. And then there's parts that I felt like in my trip I was outside. And I'm like, yo, did I go outside? Because I hope I didn't, because I don't know what really happened and what didn't happen, you know? And so I remember that the I remember vividly of the trip of the hire me with the back of my head open being disappointed in me. Disappointed in me. That shit was tough. That man, that shit was tough. I was like, yo, I'm not gonna do acid anymore. I did like 3 weeks later, and it was all right. You know what I'm saying? But that oh man, that shit was so tough. I'm happy it happened. I mean, but even still, like when I think about it and just some of the shit that I saw, forget about it, man. Like, there's no point in nothing, But then I just tell myself like, yo, this is what the nigga was talking about when he said don't be looking for shit. So I've chilled. I've chilled. Will I do it again? Yes, yes. But like I said, I like to do it in for whatever. But like I said, during the COVID, it was just crazy, and they was just living life, man, living a reckless fucking life. All right, man. But yo, so are we in a simulation? I think so. I think we are in a fucking simulation. I and I'm kind of superstitious too, so I don't want to be saying too much shit, but just the way things pan out in life sometimes, man, it's fucking weird. And I was listening to Joe Rogan today, and like his podcast I like, but I only listen for specific people like scientists, astrophysics, or astronauts or whatever, or conspiracy theorists. Well, but like UFO conspiracy theorists and universe shit. But what if? what? Hey, because I mean, I believe in aliens. Because I just don't. I just can't subscribe to we're the only ones in this universe. Even though nobody's really saying that anymore, but there's still some motherfuckers out there that say it. You know what I'm saying? But I know for a fact that there's other shit out there. I mean, it just has to be. There's no fuck. This is infinite. You know what I'm saying? So even if there's aliens out there, I believe that there's other me's. Like there's parallel universes all the way across the board. Like, what if who you are in life is who you are? You know what I'm saying? So what if when I die, I'm another DJ? I'm another DJ. Maybe my name's DJ. Maybe it's what my fucking government is. But maybe I'm white. Maybe I'm and I've said this a lot of times, but I don't think that I just don't buy the heaven thing. And when coming up as a kid, when people talked about heaven, it just doesn't sound like there's any free will. It doesn't sound like there's any free will. And it just there's a lot of things that don't make sense to me because they say you'll be reunited in heaven. What about the people who live good lives, whatever, may have had side kids or whatever, never told anybody, turn their lives around, or fucking had a side nigga, a side chick, whatever. I don't believe in the everybody reuniting shit. So I believe that maybe we reunite as energy and we come across each other in life. And maybe if my brother's not my brother in the next life, then maybe he's just like one of my really good friends or some shit. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I could go into a lot of this shit, but I'd rather have somebody to talk to with it about. But I think I've done pretty swell for being on a pod by myself. Like this was cool. I gotta next time I will be more prepared. You know what I'm saying? Like I was today, but things happen, and it is what it is. I'm just looking up this. There's some NBA shit going on. I don't know, but shout out football season. Texans whooped the fuck out of Green Bay Packers. Yeah, we doing it. One of my nigga, he's from over there, so I had to talk my shit, but he's still talking the shit from the Bucks, so it's all good, man. But oh, this is something I thought about today. Doing pods work. What does that mean? I don't even fucking know what it means, but one day, one day we'll one day we'll talk about that, you know. But let's see what we got going on. All right, man. Well, I'm gonna go. So thank you for another lovely episode of me.
Smoking friends.
Shout out to my friends. Yo, shout out Dude, shout out Thief, shout out Money, man. Those are my 17 years, man. It's crazy. 17 years. 17 fucking years. Man. And I'm about to be out of school for 20. So that's cool. But yeah, man. What else I gotta say? I don't know. But shout out everybody for watching. Thanks for watching. Fuck with your boy. Got some pretty cool things coming up that you won't want to miss. And coming up this Thursday, I will be talking to a very lovely young lady who works for WIC. So this is for the parents. Thursday. Fuck with your boy.